Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do the Sailor Moon on the rainbow loom. This does involve quite a lot of rubber bands, so I recommend that you have those ready before you start. You're going to need roughly about 60 blues. I'm going to be using ocean blue and metallic blue and mixing them together. You're going to need 2 black bands, or if you have beads, you can use 2 white beads or 2 black beads like I did here. You're going to need roughly 8 gold, but it's all going to depend on how you want the bow to look. About 50 white for her gloves, her shoulders, and her abdomen. Around 70 skin tones, about 50 red, and an average of 100 yellow. I say average of 100 because it's all going to depend on how long you want these. Okay, so now I'm going to get started showing you how to make some of the pieces we need to make before we actually put her on the loom. First, I'm going to show you how to make the hair pieces. Take one yellow, loop it around your hook 5 to 6 times. If you can't do 6, 5 will do. Take 2 bands, stretch, and double them. This can be kind of hard, so take your time. Let me zoom in for you. Pull those bands over top of your double bands. So as you can see, that can take a second, but this is what's going to give her the flip on the end. And then you're just going to flip it back over on your hook like that. Then you're going to do this one more time. 2, stretch them out, double them over, put it on your hook. If you can sometimes take this, stretch it out, and then pull it over like that. I'll show you that again. Over like that. So that's the last one. You're only going to do 2 like that. From the rest of the way up, you're going to take a single, double it on your hook, pull this out, push it up onto that rubber band, and then put it back on your hook. I'm going to show you this a few more times. And then the video will speed up. So there's that again. Single, double, pull up on to the band. You're going to do this 35 times if you want the length that I have. So it's 35 bands of single and then 2 of double bands. The reason you want to do this with doubling is it gives it this nice tight look so that your bands don't look unraveled. Okay, so now you guys should have 2 ponytails. I went ahead and made my second one just to save some time, but all you need to do is rewind the video and make the same exact thing. So now I'm going to show you how to make the bun, and you can do this on any loom as long as it is set up like this. If you do have a rainbow loom, this configuration will be easier. So we're going to go ahead and start, and if you lay your loom out like this, the arrow should be pointing this way. So take a single, double it, excuse me, and place it wherever you like on your loom. It's not going to matter. And place it. I am placing it this way. Take another single, double, and place it going diagonal this way. Feel free to pause if you need to see how I'm doing this. Single, double, 1 down, single, double, and then 1 more down. And then to connect this, you're going to take another single, double, place it across like that to connect. So you should have something that looks like this. And then push all of your bands down. We're going to be working on this last pin. You're going to take a single, and wrap it around, pull it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is going to be very tight, so be very careful. I'm going to turn my loom towards me, and I'm going to begin looping. So pull back this cap band that you just made, and grab your first band, pull it carefully around, and slowly pull over to this pin. Pull back the cap, and then pull this band up. And then you're going to go over here, pull this band out, and loop it onto itself, like that. Then you're going to go right here, pull this one out, over to this pin, and then your last one in and over to here. If you have a holding hook or a pen, go ahead and stick it in here and release that. Now because this is so tight, I like to come back and release the cap band first, and then just do it this way, so that I do not risk breaking any of my bands. So there is your bun that we just made. Now you just need to rewind the video and make 1 more of these, so you have 2. And we're going to move on to making her arm. Take a white, loop it around your hook 5 to 6 times. 5 will work, 6 is best. So, show you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then just kind of twist it so it loosens up a bit. And these bands are going to be double bands. So take 2 white. We're going to do this just like we did the hair. Put it on your hook. Hold it tight. And pull these guys up onto it. Like that. These are going to be the tip of her hand. And then put it back on your hook. Like that. Take 2 more white, push it on your hook, take these guys up, over the hook, and on. Just like that, and then put it back on your hook, straighten it up. There's 4. You can see them. 5 links. I usually give it a twist if it's too hard. So there's 3. And 4. Sorry if I go out of camera. I'm trying not to. 4. And the last white set. 5. So you should have that so far. Take 3 of your reds. This is going to be her part right here. 3 red. Come onto your hook, and then pull those whites onto it. This is the same step over and over again, just with different colors and amounts of bands. So here, we're going to start the tan, or you can use the neon orange, tan, skin tone. Take 2. Flip it. This is where we're going to start making it look like she has a lower and upper arm. And then 3 of your flesh tone color. When you're doing it, make sure that they are all evenly lined up. We don't want any twists. Pull it over. And then you're going to do 3 again. And this will be it for this arm. And you just need to rewind the video and make another one. Okay. So I'm going to transfer this to my holding item. If you have a pen, you can transfer it to a pen. And now we're going to make her boot and her leg. I'm going to take a red and 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see there. 4. And then you're going to take 3 red. This can get a little hard, so just be patient and pause if necessary. Pull these guys up on here. Center it, and then flip it back on your hook. Okay. We're going to take 3 reds again. Put it on your hook. Pull up. Doing the 3 is what's going to give her the look of having a boot on. This. And then you're going to do a set of 3 one more time. Pull them on your hook. Like this. Pull this out and on, and flip it back on your hook. Now we're going to switch to 2. So take 2, Put it on your hook. Bring this up and over. Pardon me for going out of camera. 2 more. Put it on your hook. And go up. Just like that. And one more with the red. Hook, stretch it out, flip over. There you go. So you should have something like this. And you're going to take 3 white or 3 gold. If you want to use gold, I'm going to be using white for this one. 3 white on your hook, stretch it out, pull it over, and flip it down. And that is going to be the white part of her boot. Take 3 of your flesh tone color. Put them on your hook. Pull it over. Like that. Do another 3 of your flesh tone color. This peach color was not purchased at Michael's for Rainbow Loom. It was at AC Moore, and I'm not sure what the brand is, but I did get it from AC Moore. And then for the last 2 on your leg, you're going to take 4. So get 4 of your flesh tone, put it on your hook, pull that over, like that. And one more time with 4. On your hook, take this, pull it over like that. And then this leg is done. And all you need to do is rewind the video so that you can make another one. Okay, now you should have your 2 arms and your 2 legs. And we're going to work on the sides of the skirt before we do the part that we're going to attach. So I already have one side made here, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to be using a mix of the metallic and the ocean blue. You don't have to. You can use a mix of glitter or whatever. It'll all look pretty in the end to give her, you know, a little shine. So I'm just going to pick up any random one, and I'm going to twist it around my hook 4 times. So you should see 4 what would look like separate bands. And you can, actually I want to go ahead and just do it 3 times. So it's a little bit easier on you guys later. So just do 3, don't do 4. Okay, so now we are going to take double bands. I'm going to take 1 of each, my ocean blue and my metallic. Hook it onto my hook and pull it over like that. And then we are going to do this 2 more times. If you don't want to use the mix, you don't have to. You can just use whatever blue you have. She'll still turn out pretty. And you go ahead and loop it over like that. And then one more time. Like this. So you should have something like that. And just rewind and make yourself another one. For this, just pull it off and you're okay, let's go ahead and make the rest of her skirt. This is, you should have these two little pieces that we made before ready. And we're going to be using blue, and we're going to be doing this in triple bands. So I have 3 bands here. We're going to be using the loom with the arrow pointing to our right. So go ahead and lay your first set of 3 bands. And make sure they are pushed all the way down. Hopefully you can see the blue one here. Another set, and push them down. Grab 3 more. And then that's it. So 3 pegs full of 3 bands, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Down, and then 3 more, one more time on this side. Make sure they're all pushed down. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make these little balls in her hair and her shoulder pieces. So here they are. I already have one of each made, and they're basically the same except for the color. So go ahead and grab a red, wrap it around your hook 6 times. So you should have 6 little loops like that. On camera. 6 loops. And then all you're going to do is take a single, double, put it in your hook, and then transfer them over. Sorry, this is a little hard, so take your time. There you go. And you're done. So that's for her hair. Take a white, it's for the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Take a single, double on your hook, and then go ahead and pull it over again, And there you go. So go ahead and rewind this and make 2 white and 2 red, and then we will move on to the loom. I'm going to take 1 glitter gold and 1 metallic gold, and then I'm going to wrap it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we do right here, and you gotta do it the same way you've done everything else with that, and just loop it onto them. So you take it out, and there's your bow. And you can adjust them and move them around however you want it to look. But yeah, that's it. So you're just going to have another gold to attach it to the body with later. Alright, so now I am going to show you how to place Sailor Moon's body on the loom. I'm going to be working with my loom this way, with my arrow pointing to my right. This will be all double bands unless otherwise stated. So we're going to start with our yellow on this top part of the loom here. We're going to go to the right. Make sure that your bands are even, and to your left, then down, and then down. So you should have something like this. Now we're going to move on to our flesh tone. Coming down like that. Coming down like that. One more over here. Go down here. Just like that. So here's what we've done so far. And we're going to take one more this way. Then we're going to come in. And come in again. So this is her head. Take 3 flesh tone bands, whatever flesh tone color you're using, and we're going to create her neck. This just gives it a little bit more stability because she does have quite a lot going on with her head. Working with double bands again. Create her shoulders. So here is what you should have. Please pause the video and check to make sure you have this. Now we are going to switch to the blue. So go ahead and take double bands. Go down. You can use 3 if you like. It's up to you. I'm going to use 2. Go down here. You can also put a white in the center if you desire. There are white stripes that she has on her little collar. And go ahead like this. Okay. Now we're going to work with white. Doubles. 1. 2. 3. And we're going to continue this 4 times. And I will show you up close when I am done. Here's what we have. So please check your work before we move on. We're going to begin with the blue again. If you want the skirt to have a thicker appearance, you can use 2 or 3. I'm going to be using 2. Sorry, just trying to keep my bands straight. Not cooperating with me today. You're going to take this to the end of your loom. So now here, what you should have at the bottom. We are now ready to go ahead and hold our figure together with some holding bands. So we're going to come down here. Your skirt is going to cover up these 2 pegs with holding bands. So we're just going to skip up here to this one, and we're going to give this, we're going to double this one to help cinch in her waist. So take a blue and double it, and then we're going to take a white, make a triangle, and then we're going to double that as well, which is going to cinch in the waist further. And then a white single, white single, and then we're going to take a blue single. So you should have this so far with these holding bands. Sorry that the blues are hard to see. Now we're going to move on to her face. For right here, to give her that anime cinched chin, we're going to take the skin tone and wrap it 1 for a double and 2 for a triple. So you want that triple wrapped, three right here. A single, a triplet to cinch in her mouth. If you cannot do 3, then you can do 2, but it will not be as tight. And you want to put a holding band in a diamond here. Take your eyes. I'm going to be using 2 beads strung on to a band. If you do not have beads, you can loop a band around your hook 5 times and then pull it onto the band twice, and that will give you eyes. And you're going to place the eyes on the top 2 pegs. You're going to spread your eyes apart, grab the bottom part of the band and then the top part of the band and place them there. If I am going too fast for you, please do not hesitate to rewind and push all your bands down. Now the hard part. You're going to start with your legs. There is a lot of bands here, if you remember. It will be 4 on one side and then 4 on the other. And you're going to stretch that out on your hook. Put your finger inside with that, and then you're going to put that on the bottom, like that. You're going to take your other leg, get through all 8 bands, stretch, put your finger in, like that, and then place it on the other side. This is a little bit complicated, so please take your time with moving the skirt. I like to do one side at a time. You're going to stick your hook inside all of the bands on that very first side, like this. Okay, and then you're going to stretch it open. This does take a second, so please be patient. And put it on the top of the skirt right here. So your leg is down here, and the top is going to be up here. I'll show you down the other side. Make sure this does not fall off, or it will fall apart. This is kind of like you gotta work kind of confusingly to get this right. So go ahead and get that in there with all those bands. Stretch it apart to make sure you have all of them. If not, you have to take it off and try again. If you are comfortable with stretching this out and then placing them, be my guest. I don't like doing it that way because I find that I lose bands and it's just not a good time. So I'll see if I can show you. So you hook the bottom 2, and then the next 2, and then there should be 3 left on the top, and then you pull your hook out. Okay, so I successfully did it that time. Pull your skirt pieces over to the side. At the bottom of your skirt, you're going to have a cap band. Pull that out to the side and down onto the pin where you have just placed your legs, like that. Okay, and then come over here and do the same. So here's my cap band, and here, find it, there it is, and you're going to pull it down to the peg that your leg is on. So So it should look like this. Okay. Then we're going to pull down the bottom band, holding band, that, and then the next one on this one, and then just flip that one over. So it should look something like this. We're going to take a blue single and we're going to wrap it around this center peg. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what's going to help give it that pleated skirt look in the center. Okay. Now we're going to go up and add her arms. It's up to you if you want to add her shoulder pads first. Before this, I'm just going to go ahead and add her arm first, and you're going to put it here on the shoulders right below the neck. So get your fingers inside of those bands, or you can use your hook, whichever you're more comfortable with, and place it on that peg. Grab your other arm, put your fingers inside of all the bands, or your hook, and then place it on the other side. With these, I recommend using your hook, so grab your shoulder pads, put them on your hook, they're very tight, stretch it out, and then place it right on top. Grab your other shoulder pad, do the same thing on the other side for the other arm. So now your arms should look like this. Here is the bottom. Alright, now for the hair. The ponytails go on first. So make sure everything is pushed down over here. If you have it on a holding hook, stretch it out and place it directly on the peg that is next to the eye. And then come over here on the other side and place it next to the eye. It will be, this is your first starting peg, and it should be on the second row down. And we're going to get our buns. We're going to do the same thing, and they're going to go directly on top of the ponytails. So stretch it and place it right on top of that ponytail. Here's your other bun. Stretch it, put it right on top of the ponytail. Like that. Okay. These items will be added after the doll is done. We are now ready to begin looping. I am very sorry if my hands get in the way. I'm going to try my best to show you how to loop it without getting in your way. So we're going to start down here. Remember, there's going to be a lot of bands here because you have the legs and the skirt attached, and then you have your double blue bands at the bottom. Okay, so what I do, I put my arm to brace my loom, pull out the leg, stick your hook in that capping band, which will be very tight, so be very careful, and then pull up those two bottom bands. Sorry, it's hard to see on camera. And pull them up to create a teardrop. Right there like that. Do the same thing. Use your arm to brace your loom. Pull your leg out. Push back your capping band. Go to the bottom. Pull out those bottom two. And then take it to the peg in front of it to create the teardrop. You're going to come down here and go into this. You want to push back your cap and your holding band that should be down here. Okay? So you want to in here, push back. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this little thing down. Go in here. Do not catch your holding band. Grab those two. Carefully pull them over the pin. And up like that. It's going to look kind of funny. It's not going to make a perfect teardrop, but that's what you want. So go in here, pull back your holding, and loop up. This is pretty much like a triple single. And make sure you're pushing back your holding bands. You don't want to loop those up. Sometimes these can be hard to see, so I recommend looking on the side. And we're going to loop up. Oh, missed one. Okay, now we're up here where the skirt is. This is very, very tight. See if I can zoom in for you. Okay. Same thing, you want to reach down, but luckily here you're going for white. Push back all of those blue. Grab those two white. And very, very slowly and gently pull. Now, please notice how gently I am pulling this. You do not want to break it because you have to start all over. But you can take a hook and put it in to help release some tension. It appears that I've only grabbed one white one, so I have to go back in real quick. Sorry, everybody. Grab the other white one. Very gently stretch that over. Now, you can see how tight that is. Take a hook, go in, and release it. You always want to release stuff like this. It's very tight. Here, you're just pulling a white up. There's really nothing to push back there. You're going to come in here, over here again. Push it back. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Grab those two whites. It's very hard. There's so many bands. See if this will help pull this out. Hook in. All blue back. Grab the two white. I think I got them. Alright. Please be very patient with this. This is a very tight spot. Do not overstretch. Pull gently. And then use a hook to release the tension. And you're going to just loop these up to your arms, which will be just a regular triple single, pulling back your holding bands. Remember, only loop up to the shoulders. Okay. Back. Always make sure you pull back your holding. I am going quick, but please feel free to rewind to catch up. So you should have something that looks like this so far. Check your sides to make sure you have not missed any bands. You do not want any bands to be missing down there. Okay. Now we're ready to go in here. These are going to be very tight as well. So we're going to do it just like we did the legs. Pull your arm out. You're going to go in all of the arm bands, reach down and grab that tan or neon orange, whichever you're using. Pull them out. Gently place them to the center and use your hook to release the tension. Do the same over here. Pull back the arm pad and the arm. Reach in, grab those two. Pull it over to the center there. So you should have that. Now here's going to be another tight spot. Pull all of these back. And you're going for these 3 bands. It should be 3 for the neck. So I'm going to see if I can show you on the side. We're going to be working right here. Okay. So pull all of these back. Grab those 3. Out around and loop them up. Go in and grab your first 2, which should be going to my left. Loop them up. Go in and grab the next 2, which should be going over to my right. And the next set, which should be going up. Like that. Okay? Pull back that tight triple looped band. Put it up. I just broke one. But if you break one, it's okay. She's not going to look ridiculous. But I just broke one, so just be careful. And then loop it up. This will be another one with a lot of bands. Go in here. Pull it over. Gently place it on the peg. And then release. Come in here. Pull that center up. Pull back the eyes. And then just go ahead and you can loop that up to the top. And then come over here and grab your yellow and you can loop that up there. Now your last 2 bands are going to be inside of your ponytail and your bun, and they're also going to be very tight. So I like to pull them out to the side, pull back everything, grab that yellow and gently put it on top there. Okay, sorry if my hair is like getting in the camera. Spin it around and you can see better. Pull it out. Make sure you're in all those bands. And then grab those bottom 2. And I grabbed 1. Shoot. Okay, please be patient. This is a very complex design. Got it. Might place it to your hook. Alright, and now it is time to tie her off, and then when we're done we can add her bow and her little red spots in there. I don't have any more yellow, so I'm going to stick my hook inside all of these bands, down, pull, white, yellow, clear, whatever color you want to use, and then pull it up through all of these bands. Make sure you get in all of them. Flip on top, grab, and pull till it's snug. This is not a design that you want to just rip off. let's go ahead and start with these. You're going to stick your hook in the back of your bun and hopefully push it through the center, or roughly around the center. Pull this onto your hook, hold it taut, and then hopefully be able to pull it through. And then hold that there. Push your hook back in somewhere around the center. Grab the other side of the bun piece, pull it through. Sorry everybody, my holding band on my other Sailor Moon broke, so I'm going to have to show you how to place the bow on this one. So go ahead and grab a gold band, take your hook, go to the back, push your hook in, grab your gold, and pull it through. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Take your bow, place it where you want it on the chest, go in the back right, if you can see, in between those two, somewhere around it. And while holding this bow in place, bring this up pull it through. And you're going to have two loops in the back of gold. Go in. Grab them. Go ahead and section your bow into that holding band there. You can put it up higher if you like. And you're going to tie this in a knot. Pull it up, put one over the other, grab that one, just give it a light tug. There you go. There she is. Please, the reason this one turned out a lot better is because I took my time on it. Please make sure you take your time. For video's sake, I did not, just to show you the steps, so please make sure you take your time when making this. It is very complicated, easy to break bands, so I hope you enjoy. I will answer any questions you have to the best of my ability, and I will be doing Sailor Jupiter next. Thank you guys for watching.